Welcome to a journey beyond the veil. They tell us Leviathan was just a big fish, a crocodile, or a primitive myth scribbled by ancient nomads, a distraction. But what if everything we've been taught about our world, our history, and the very sky above us is a manufactured containment protocol? What if the textbooks, the space agencies, and the spinning globe narrative are designed to keep you psychologically locked into a false reality? Never looking to the edges, never questioning the dome that holds our entire cosmos. Today we dive deeper than ever before. We'll explore the ancient Hebrew understanding of the cosmos, where Leviathan isn't a swimming beast but the structural boundary of our known world, the crystalline firmament itself. We'll connect Enoch, Genesis, Revelation, Babylonian myths, and modern anomalies, and at the end, we'll shatter the core deception, the shape of the earth, the biggest lie in the sky that props up every other illusion, keeping humanity poisoned at the surface level of perception. For centuries, scholars have reduced Leviathan to a local river monster or hyperbolic poetry. Job 41 describes a creature whose scales are like shields, whose breath kindles coals, who makes the deep boil like a pot, not a mere animal. Isaiah 27 calls it Leviathan, the twisting serpent, the dragon that is in the sea. The sea, not just oceans, but the cosmic waters. In the Ethiopian Bible's Book of Enoch, chapter 60 links the quaking of heaven directly to Behemoth and Leviathan, two great monsters parted on one day. Leviathan to the abysses of the ocean over the fountains of the waters, Behemoth to the dry land wilderness. This mirrors Genesis 1, the firmament created in one day, dividing the waters above from the waters below. The ancient Hebrews saw the cosmos as an enclosed system. Babylonian Enuma Elish, Marduk slays Tiamat, the dragon of watery chaos, and fashions the universe from her corpse. Genesis repurposes Tehom, the deep, from Tiamat. The pieces of the dragon become our physical reality. This isn't primitive myth, it's a sophisticated cosmology where the firmament is alive, structural, and tied to judgment. Section 2, Mapping the Serpent, Leviathan as Boundary. Look at Google Earth or Maps. Antarctica, encircled by a serpent-like outline with eyes and features. Tectonic plates, the Sandwich and Scotia plates aligning with a snout. The entire underside of the globe lacking typical land masses, perhaps the spread skin forming the sky. Ancient art, Hebrew illustrations of Leviathan as a giant fish serpent encircling a red disk. Egyptian Hathor with the red disk and serpent. Hindu turtle with encircling serpent. Native legends of a great buffalo skin raised as the dome. The firmament is an empty space. It's crystalline, possibly hexagonal in structure. Movies hint, Chicken Little's hexagonal sky pieces, Simpson's dome, others embedding dragon/firmament motifs. They tell you through entertainment. NASA logos, globe spins at 66,600 miles per hour, a frequency tying into hive mind effects, frequency warfare in Ezekiel 26's siege imagery, roof of shields, battering rams as shocks from above. Biblical cosmology, Genesis 1:6-8 firmament, Rakia, solid expanse, holding waters above. Psalms, Job describe it as stretched out like a curtain, strong as a molten mirror. Stars as lights in the firmament, not distant suns. Enoch describes heights, depths, ends, and foundations of heaven. The ice wall as Leviathan's coils. Blood falls in Antarctica. Iron-rich blood echoing ancient red disk symbolism. Deeper dive, how this affects end times. Isaiah 34, Revelation trumpets. Hail, fire, blood, mountains burning into sea. Leviathan's domain turning to blood. Judgment dissolves the old heavens and earth. Section 3, the psychological and spiritual lock, modern space agencies. Not always blatant CGI lies, but subtle misdirection. Keeping eyes on outer space instead of the firmament's edges in the creator's design. Globe model inverts reality, spinning ball in void versus enclosed creation under God's dome. This lie severs connection to the divine order. If Earth is insignificant speck in vast universe, purpose diminishes. If enclosed and special, accountability rises. The shape of the Earth is not a peripheral scientific debate. It is the bedrock illusion sustaining a cascade of psychological and spiritual poisons. Accepting the globe requires accepting a vast, indifferent cosmos where humanity is accidental cosmic dust, eroding meaning, morality, and relationship with a personal creator who stretched out the heavens like a tent. Infinite space dismisses Genesis, opening doors to evolution and moral relativism. This lie keeps perception surface level, eyes glued to screens and space fantasies, never questioning the dome overhead. Epistemological poison. Globe relies on trust the experts and indirect evidence. Direct senses, level horizons, water always finds level, contradicted. This trains cognitive dissonance, believe authority over eyes and word. Extends to all consensus science, surface perception wins. Spiritual inversion. Biblical cosmology centers God, humanity as image bearers in a purposeful enclosure. Globe makes us peripheral, vulnerable to existential dread, materialism, and false saviors. Firmament affirms protection, limits to chaos, and invitation to look up to the Creator. The spinning ball induces subtle vertigo, rootlessness. No edges means no boundaries to explore or defend. Firmament model restores wonder. Cascading lies. Globe upholds heliocentrism, deep time, and extraterrestrial life deceptions. The ultimate break. Awakening to the enclosed realm shatters the hypnosis. You see the firmament as Leviathan's domain, bound dragon whose structure influences our world. Judgment targets the system and the flesh tied to it. Redemption, purity, obedience, alignment with the architect. Beyond the physical containment lies a deeper frequency warfare. The XO in frequency XO isn't just a brand, it's a structural key. The X mirrors the ancient Hebrew Tav, the mark of truth and the crossing point of frequencies. The O is the enclosure itself, the circle of the earth under the dome. By aligning with these frequencies, we resonate with the true architect, rather than the bound serpent. The firmament is a resonator for consciousness. When we believe the lie of infinite, indifferent space, our resonance collapses into isolation. When we awaken to the dome, our frequency rises to meet the crystalline heavens. The Leviathan firmament isn't horror, it's divine engineering. Behemoth and Leviathan feed on the system until the day of reckoning. Choose the narrow path, observe creation, reject surface illusions. Read Enoch, Ethiopian Bible. Question the narratives. Look to the firmament, it declares his glory. Thank you for diving deep. The truth sets free. Share, study, seek. Until next time, stay under the dome. Thank you for watching Frequency XO Productions, and remember, never give up on yourself.